It is the end of the 2025 UFA regular season. There's 12 teams hoping to raise the trophy at the end of the year. It's playoff time. Let's preview it, talk about, predict it, and all that good stuff.
I need dogs. Understood.
Yes, sir.
This is the first chance we've had of this kind of pressure in a long time. We wanted these refs. We wanted this challenge. Okay, it is hard. But we are here to do hard things. That is why we play these games. That's why we play at this level. We are dogs and we are winners, and we are good at doing hard things. So when we step out of this locker room, it is looking forward, and it is looking physical, and it is looking fast. Understood? Let's do it. Let's get to it.
It is playoff time, baby. It's your host, Coleman, here from Coleman Sports 23 and the Shred Head 66, here to preview the 2025 UFA playoffs road to championship weekend. 12 teams, one trophy, hopes and dreams will come to an end here in a couple of weeks for a lot of teams. It's the playoffs. It's time. It's finally here. It feels like the start of the season was 2 weeks ago, but we're here and we're ready to predict some Frisbee games. We'll be live for championship weekend. Hopefully, we'll be live for the West Division Championship and maybe some other division championships as well here on Coleman Sports 23. And of course, some first round games as well we'll go live for as well. Let's get into the predictions here and the preview here for UFA playoffs. New York and DC. New York, who has usually won the top two seeds in the East every year, it feels like, falling here to 3 seed in the East. 2 seed will be DC, their rivals, trying to beat them here and knock them out.
Hey, Coleman.
Anyways, DC, the rivals, trying to knock them out. Boston Glory, the 1 seed, after stealing Jeff Babbitt, the reigning MVP, a couple of years ago, stealing him from New York, their rival. I know, crazy. As the 1 seed in the East. The South, the Growlers, their first year in the South after leaving the West last year, they sneak into the playoffs and get 3 seed. Carolina Flyers out of the playoffs for the first time ever since they joined the UFA, used to be called the UDL. Y'all get it. The 2 seed, the Austin Soul, is who they all face in Austin. By the way, New York games in DC, obviously, because DC is 2 seed. All right, the winner of that game between Growlers and Soul will take on the Atlanta Hustle, who beat the Shred week 1 by 2 goals, and that was the only loss the Shred faced this season. They'll have the 1 seed in the South, looking to win it after having heartbreak the last 2 to 3 seasons. It feels like for the Hustle. Yeah, they've had heartbreak like every season the last 3 years. It's crazy. In the West, the Oakland Spiders getting the 2 seed. Usually that's the Shred or Colorado, but Oakland sneaking up to the 2 spot this year. They will take on the 3 seed Colorado Summit. Been struggling this year without Alex Atkins, of course. No Nethercutt, retired. And yeah. And they lost, what's his name, to Oakland. Frick, I forget his name. But yeah. Winner will take on the 1 seed Shred, who won 11 in a row after losing a 2-goal contest to Atlanta in Atlanta. They're on fire, and they're looking to win the West for the first time since 2023. Yeah, so after getting upset in the West Division Championship last year, to Seattle. So in the Central, the only team in the league to remain undefeated throughout the whole regular season, the undefeated Chicago Union, the 1 seed, best record in the league, right in front of the Shred. They will take on either the 2 seed Wind Chill or the 3 seed Madison Radicals. That game will be in Minnesota. Minnesota just got off on a loss there against Salt Lake, and they're looking to bounce back there. Radicals also lost their last game against Chicago Union, looking to bounce back as well in the Central Division. Let's get into predictions right here, right now. New York versus DC in the East here. Give me the New York Empire to get upset by the DC Breeze. New York fans are probably mad. Well, if they're even watching. Yeah. So there we go. Boom. If I can freaking move this. Jeez. That's way too thick. All right. Yep. Give me DC to move on. And also, DC versus Boston Glory. Give me DC with the upset. Give me that DC to win the East this year. And they're going to try to finally get over the hump and maybe win their first championship this year. Anybody could really win the championship this year. Just like last year when we saw Minnesota upset Carolina. So, DC, welcome to championship weekend in my predictions. To the south here, where the San Diego Growlers 3 seed will be taking on the 2 seed Seoul. I think the Seoul are overrated. Give me the Growlers. I think the Growlers get the upset win. Yes, I know. Shocker. Give me the Growlers to beat the Seoul to take on the Hustle. Give me the Hustle to beat the Growlers. I feel like the Growlers, their first season in the South, are not going to know how to play against these South teams. I think they'll barely escape the Seoul by 1 point. And I think they're going to fall here to Atlanta by 5. I think Atlanta's the best team in the South. And for that reason, they're going to win here. All right. Down in the West, the Oakland Spiders against the Colorado Summit. Colorado Summit have been struggling this year, of course, losing Jonathan Nethercutt and some other players. And yeah, give me Oakland. Give me Oakland to beat Colorado. Peace sign by Colorado, in my opinion. Give me the Oakland Spiders to move on to play the Shred. I think the Spiders are a better hucking team. I think they have better handlers. I don't trust Oakland's handlers. I think they have a quarterback, if you will, in oh my gosh, what's his freaking name? Walker Frickenberg. There we go. That's the name. They got a quarterback in Walker Frickenberg, and I don't think the Colorado Summit really have like a guy that they can rely on to throw downfield. They have a couple receiving threats, but they don't really have that quarterback, So give me Oakland for that reason. Oakland Spiders against the Salt Lake Shred, and Oakland has never beat the Salt Lake Shred. They've had a couple overtime battles in Oakland and a couple close ones in Salt Lake. Give me Salt Lake to continue that and win the West. One of the best offenses in the league. Defense is looking good too. A lot of young guys on the squad for the Shred this year. They're going back to championship weekend, in my opinion. Boom. Next up, the Central Division. In the first round will be the Wind Chill and the Radicals. Radicals will go on the road to face the Wind Chill. Give me the wind chill, to not get the upset there, and head back here to the Central Division Championship. Will they take on the undefeated Chicago Union? Chicago Union, will they get upset? No, they won't. They're undefeated for a reason. They're the best team in the league. I think this could be a really close game. I'll go 2-score game. But give me Chicago by 2. It'll be a really close game. I think Chicago has the better defense, and they're going to get stops when they need them. And they're going to convert defensive breaks because they have the best single season break percentage ever in the UFA. So for that reason, Chicago. Now we got the championship weekend set up. Now the seeds will go by. Yeah, the seeds will go by like the seeds will go by regular season record and point differential. So since the Shred have them, since the Union have the number 1 record, they'll actually play DC because DC has the worst record of these 4 teams, and the Shred will play Atlanta. So let me just where's copy? Paste. All right. So Shred here. They will actually take on the Hustle. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. I searched up online. They said record, so there we go. And of course, the other teams will be the DC Breeze, maybe. There we go. DC Breeze. Copy. Paste. There we go. Versus Chicago Union. Whoops. There we go. All right. Boom. So, Atlanta Hustle versus Salt Lake Shred rematch of Week 1, where the Shred lost their first game of the season and their only loss of the season. They lost by 2, but guess what? They didn't have Luke Jorgensen, who's been a dog on the lead line. They didn't have their college kids. They didn't have Oscar Brown. They didn't have Nate DeMorgan. And they didn't have Grayson Retberg. And they also didn't have Ben Ashton either. So that's 2 great defensive players in Ben Ashton and Luke Jorgensen. And 3 college guys that are pretty freaking good. You meet the Shred. Sorry. Yeah. Give me the Shred to beat the Hustle and get revenge. Yep. Dangerous offense. Give me the Shred. Boom. All right. I'm going to move this up a little more. All right. In the championship game, Salt Lake Shred. All right. Now DC versus Chicago. Give me Chicago here. Give me Chicago. They're the best team league for a reason. I wish DC. I want to pick DC, but I just don't think they're going to be able to win this year. Unfortunately, Ron McDonald will not win a championship, and I think he's going to retire. I really do. It's unfortunate. So yeah, give me Chicago beat DC to create a crazy matchup here between the one-loss Shred, the only team with one loss going in the playoffs, and the only undefeated team as well in the league. Undefeated versus one loss. Who I got winning? You're probably like, oh, you got the Salt Lake Shred. You're biased. I think the Salt Lake Shred get to the championship again, just like how they got to championship against New York. I think they're going to fall short, unfortunately. Give me the Chicago Union to beat the Salt Lake Shred and to win the UFA Championship. There's my bracket. If you guys agree, let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, ring that notification bell. And yeah, let me know if you got winning the UFA Championship. It should be a good playoffs. Playoffs are here, and we are ready. It's been your favorite Ginger. I'm out. Peace.